Hi there, movie recap legend here. Today, I'm going to explain a German psychological thriller film called Goodnight Mommy. Watch out, spoilers ahead. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Realizing that their mother has returned home, the two immediately rush to meet their mother, but all they see is a woman with a bandage covering almost her entire face. That woman is their mother who had cosmetic facial surgery. This makes Lucas and Elias quite surprised, but still they obey her orders. But there's something strange going on. Mommy only gives her attention to Elias for no apparent reason. She provides food and drinks only to Elias, plays only with Elias, and only responds to Elias's words while Lucas is ignored. Because she's still in the healing stage, Mommy also makes some new rules, such as the house must stay in a complete state of silence, there should be no visitors, no animals, no bringing in things from outside, the house curtains must always be closed, and they're only allowed to play outside the house quietly. Are you still watching? Because it gets real scary right now. Seeing their mother's strange behavior, the twins begin to suspect that beneath the bandages, their mother may not be the same person. Mommy also acts cruelly and lashes out at Elias physically when he's naughty or disobedient. The boys comment that this is something their mother would never do. This makes Lucas and Elias even more convinced that Mommy is not their mother because their mother would not scold them like that. In a dream that the twins seem to share, the boys' mother wanders into the woods in only her underwear. She disrobes completely, then unravels her bandages. Her head begins to spasm and spin. The next day, Lucas and Elias deliberately create troubles as a form of opposition. A fight breaks out with the twins insisting they want their mommy back. Their mother thinks her children have lost their minds. When Elias asserts she's not his mom, Mommy punishes him and forces him to say 10 times that she's his real mother. She also tells him to stop talking to Lucas. Elias becomes very sad knowing that Mommy wants to separate the two of them. A few days have passed, Lucas and Elias still hate Mommy and want their real mother to return soon. Later that day, Mommy wants to meet them both. She states that she's not angry anymore. Mommy immediately enters the room with a new face that's not covered by bandages, but Lucas and Elias are still not sure that she's his mother, even after comparing her to the old photo of her mother. Mommy gives a boomerang as a form of apology for what happened earlier. Elias immediately asks Mommy's permission to play boomerang outside the house. As soon as Mommy opens the back door, the kids run for their lives. They escape into town and eventually make their way to an old church and ask for the priest. The priest promises to drive them to the police station to report the imposter posing as their mother, but he tricks them and brings them right back home. The priest asks the mother to explain, but she just vaguely talks about how things have been difficult since the accident and the separation. Mommy returns inside but can't find Elias or Lucas anywhere. She eventually gives up and cries herself to sleep. That same night, Lucas and Elias do something to Mommy. She wakes in the morning to the vision of her twins in their homemade goblin masks and the realization that she's bound to the bed. The twins have her tied down, making it impossible for her to escape. Just then, Lucas and Elias begin to inquire about the whereabouts of their real mother. She insists that she's their mother. Lucas and Elias begin to compare their real mother's photo with Mommy. They have a fight because Elias has started to believe that Mother is their real mother, while Lucas is still convinced that Mommy isn't their real mother. When Mommy is alone with Elias, Mommy keeps trying to convince Elias that she's his real mother and tells Elias to let her free. Slowly, Elias starts to cut her feet loose, but is stopped when Lucas returns and asks what he's doing. He demonstrates that Mommy's facial birthmark easily rubs off. Mommy tells them that they took it off in surgery. Elias doesn't believe it and slaps her. That moment, Lucas and Elias ask again about his mother's whereabouts while torturing Mommy in a very unnatural way. The torture they do is extremely insane. Mommy's tied up on the bed for days, she wets her bed, and the twins briefly set her free from her shackles to change the bedding. Mommy immediately uses this opportunity to escape. The twins, however, have set up a booby trap that causes her to fall down, knocking her unconscious. The woman wakes up glued to the living room floor. Elias starts to burn down the house to pressure her into telling them the truth about their mother. Mommy, in a final bid for her life, tells Elias she'll play along if he frees her. She'll pretend Lucas is alive again, make him breakfast, whatever he wants. Then she tearfully explains to Elias that Lucas's death was not his fault, and she begs her son to set her free so they can both move on from the tragedy. Now, this is where everything is revealed. Lucas has been dead. Lucas has been merely a hallucination as a result of dissociative identity disorder, as Elias is incapable of accepting his other half's demise. Mommy initially plays along with Elias, acting as if Lucas is still around. For Elias, Lucas is real but not for Mommy. Elias then challenges her to prove that she is his mother by telling him what Lucas is doing. Lucas is holding a torch near the curtain, but obviously the mother can't see that. Elias believes that his real mother could see Lucas. He takes the torch from Lucas and sets the curtains aflame. The flames explode across the living room. Soon it engulfs Mommy in flames. She dies a fiery death. The movie ends with the firefighters extinguishing the fire but arriving too late to save Mommy. The final shot of the film shows Elias and Lucas walking through the cornfield and emerging to be with their mother, the three of them smiling and embracing. And that's the ending of the movie Goodnight Mommy. Stay put because we'll reveal the plot explanation. Plot explanation. The film leaves us with a few pressing questions, so let's get them out the way. Who is Mom? Is she the real mother? The lady in the house is the real mother. She's not an impersonator with devious intentions. A loving family and a beautiful home was destroyed because of a divorce and a son's death. The parents of Lucas and Elias separate, and this causes Mother to box herself in. Besides this, she also deals with her son's loss, causing her to spiral into depression. Mother was once a successful TV show host, and it appears she's no longer one. Why did she have the surgery? All Mother is trying to do is get a fresh start, and she does this by getting plastic surgery. We have visuals of her face being marked up for the cosmetic surgery. Also, towards the end, we hear Mother say, "I'll play along, I'll talk to Lucas again." While we're made to think that Mother's face was disfigured or burnt, that's not the case, as the accident referred to in this movie doesn't involve her. There was clearly a period of time between Lucas's death and the surgery when Mother played along. As part of the fresh start, Mother also plans to sell the house and move to a different place. She has also listed herself on a dating site. We see a video introducing herself. In the interview, the makers have stated that the film was inspired by a reality show which gave mothers from various families do-overs and how the children would be in dismay looking at their new, beautiful, and completely unrecognizable mothers. Is Lucas dead? Yes. The movie makes it quite clear that Lucas is dead. Elias only imagines him for the most part of the film. There are enough hints in Goodnight Mommy for this. Mother serves breakfast only for Elias. While both kids are talking during the guessing game, Mother hears only Elias. Mother tells Elias it's not your fault Lucas died. In the end, Mother says she can't see Lucas. What was the accident? What happened? The accident is the drowning of Lucas in the lake. It's not a car accident. As audiences, we put together the mother's facial bandages and the word accident to imagine an automobile accident. It wasn't. Before the title of the film, we see both twins playing in the lake and counting. What they're doing is trying to hold their breath underwater. After a while, we see bubbles, and Elias calls out to Lucas, who drowns in this scene. This is the accident, and Elias seems to be distracted, and in that short while, Lucas drowns. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Do you really want to help us out? Leave a suggestion for a movie recap. Thanks for watching.